Yo, what it do, Pick and Crew? This is episode 2 of What Sold. The topic of this episode is going to be the pros and cons of reselling. For anybody thinking about starting to resell that hasn't yet.
Let's go.
We started back in October, so we don't have, we're not masters in this or anything, but I can give you my thoughts on it for what we've done so far. First thing we've sold back on Monday, we had one sale, Monday the 9th, that is. We had one sale. It was Disney Some Star Wars collection, a lot of floor plush toys, little Sums that they sold for $12.99. $24.99 was shipping to Ontario, Canada, I think. We got those recently, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. So they sold pretty quick. So I'm going to start out with the cons. I always like to get the bad news out first. The first con is it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time to build it up. You got to go out and source and get the stuff and then list it and all that. So it takes time to do all that. Second sale we had sold on the 10th. It was a Garfield Out to Lunch vintage bag canvas tote with plastic lining from 1978. It sold for $14.99. The buyer was all in with shipping at $26.15. Con number 2, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to resell. You have to source the stuff. It takes time to go out there and find it. You got to bring it back, clean it. Most stuff you got to clean. You got to take photos of it, nice photos, and then you have to list it on whatever platform you choose to list on. So that takes time, and it's work. Also on Tuesday, May 10th, we sold the I Come in Peace VHS from 1991 for $6.49. Buyer was all in at $10.02. We went to a yard sale quite a while ago, and we got like 2 huge garbage bags full of all kinds of VHS. Mostly a lot of sci-fi stuff, a couple not very good horrors, and some other more random ones in there. We sold a few out of it, but there's just a lot still listed. Con number 3. If you list on eBay, it is a fickle beast. You have to list every day. You have to have a lot of listings. The more listings you have, the more views and stuff everything gets. It takes a lot to get to where you're selling daily. It really does. Or it did for us anyways. I don't know how everybody else it is for everybody else, but for us it's been work to build up our store on eBay and get it to where we're selling at least one thing a day. Lately it's been more than that, thank the Lord, but I think ever since we hit 975 listings, it has really gotten a lot better. And I know that's a lot, but that's just what we've noticed. Next sale was on May 10th. May 10th was a good one. We had 4 sales. But the next one is a vintage 1987 Little Sports Bra NBA New York Knicks keychain. I had that listed at like $19.99, I think, or $18.99. Took an offer for $15. I think that's going to Michigan, and the buyer's all in at $21.52 with shipping. Alright, we're going to get to the pros now. The good stuff. One pro is it doesn't take a whole lot of money to start. You can start it as a side business and grow it into a full-time business. And you don't need a lot of money. If you go to garage sales or the Goodwill bins, and you can get this stuff for cheap and get a lot of it, and you can list it and start out that way. That's what we recommend, is going to the Goodwill bins and yard sales to start as cheap as possible, and build that store up to where you're getting sales. The next sale was on May 10th. It was a lot of 3 World of Warcraft books called Storm Rage, Wolfheart, and Illidan. I took an offer for $15. The buyer's all in for $20.14. Those sold in like 2 or 3 weeks, so pretty quick on those. Next one is a ATW security alarm siren, dual tone, 6 to 12 volt, 120 decibels. It's the siren that you use with your alarm system for your house. We got it at a community sale for like $1. I had it priced like $19.99. I dropped it a couple times, and finally when I dropped it to $9.99, the buyer bought it and is all in for $22.46 with shipping. I think that went to Puerto Rico. I'm pretty sure that did. Pro number 2. If you go full time, you're going to have the freedom to do it how you want and when you want, as you're your own boss. And you'll have more time with your loved ones. It's just, you're your own boss. You can set your schedule the way you want it, how it works for you. Spend the time with loved ones and do your own thing. And there's nothing better. There's nothing better than that with work. Alright, on May 13, that's weird. It's sold on May 12th, but the buyer didn't pay till May 13th. Is a vintage Asian hand-carved sleeve and handle large dagger. I think I had that on auction. I had that on auction?
Yeah.
I had it on auction $25. He was the only, or they were the only bidder. That buyer's all in for $42.06. Also sold on May 12th was a vintage Mugs Royale, made in Japan, cast iron and ceramic trivet flowers. It had flowers and ladybugs on it. Took an offer for $8 on that. Buyer all in at $20.42. Oh, back to that dagger. That thing sold in a week. We got that in a yard sale Friday for $1 for what day was that? Friday the 6th? Yeah. Friday the 6th, sold Thursday the 12th. Also from the same yard sale, sold a Micro Touch Solo Men's Rechargeable Full Body Hair Trimmer, Shaver and Groomer, brand new in the box for $17.99. I took an offer for $17.99. Actually, I sent an offer out to a watcher for $17.99. I had it listed at $19.99. That buyer is all in for $25.70 with shipping. Sold something we've had forever on the 12th as well. Small, solid brass, decorative ship anchor. That sold, I think I had it at $19.99, and the buyer sent an offer of $16.99, and I took it. He's all in for $23.84. May 12th was a busy day. We also sold Roddy Piper Hot Rod. WWF Vintage Titan Sports 4-inch 1985 figure for $7. I took an offer. It was listed for $19.99 for a while. I think I dropped it again to $9.99, and then got an offer for $7. That buyer's out the door for $12.99, or all in for $12.99. Also on May 12th, we sold a Wizard of Oz cross-stitch leaflet Graphworks LTD pattern op 1987 book of 5 for $15. Did we take an offer on that?
What?
The Wizard of Oz cross-stitch?
Yes.
Took an offer for $15. That buyer, she's all in for $22.07. Also on May 12th, we sold a Cuisinart Griddler 5-in-1 grill, half panty press, brand new in the box for $50. We had it listed for like $75 for a while, and I dropped it a couple times, and it finally sold. That buyer's all in for $75.33 with shipping. Also on May 12th, we sold vintage rocking chair Grandma and Grandpa salt and pepper shakers for $12. I took an offer on that too. I think they were listed at $19.99. Buyers all in for $17.10. Our last and best pro for reselling is, or our favorite thing about reselling, I should say, and it's a pro, is going out, sourcing, and finding the cool stuff that, you know, stuff from our childhood that we used to have, or that reminds us of our childhood. That is the best part of reselling, is the sourcing part and finding cool stuff. It's like a treasure hunt every time you go to a yard sale or a thrift store or the bins and you find something cool. It just keeps you coming back and keeps you wanting to do it. We weren't really collectors of that stuff before until we started doing it. Now we collect some of the stuff and sell some of the stuff. That's the best part. That's the biggest pro. That's the whole reason to do it. That's the funnest part of it. And that's what truly hooked us in. All right. Also on May 13th, sold a Yogurme multi-electric yogurt maker, 2-quart mint condition. I got this at a thrift store, at a Goodwill, after we went to the Fort Myers flea markets on Mother's Day. So I had that, Mother's Day was the 8th. I sold that on the 13th, so that sold in 5 days. That was a quick flip. We love the quick flips. $50, buyers all in, $69.50. Sold Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage Greatest Hits Sony PlayStation 1 game. Where did we get that at, babe? We got that at that estate sale. That hasn't been on there too long, maybe 3 weeks. Sold that for $19.99. Buyers all in for $27.07 with shipping. I don't know where that went to have that much shipping. May 14th, we sold a Royal Albert bone china coronation of Queen Elizabeth II 1953 desk tray for $30. I think I had that listed, I want to say $34.99 or $39.99, and took an offer for $30. The buyers all in for $38.65. So we had a decent week throughout the week, but this weekend was slow for us. On Saturday, all we sold was, let me see, a pair of Firth American Classic Hickory Drumsticks 5A wood tip. These sold for $9.99. We've had them probably a couple months. Had them a little while. This is the second set of drumsticks we've sold. I think our other set wasn't new, but it was vintage. They were older, and they sold for like $19.99 or something like that. Where do we get these at, and how much were they? Do you know?
I think we got those at Goodwill.
Goodwill buy?
Yeah.
Yep, I think you're right. Goodwill buy. I don't remember how much they were.
We got them because the vintage ones
Yeah,
sold.
we got them because the vintage ones sold. This is a pretty quick one. This sold yesterday. It is a Disney Epcot World Showcase tank top XXL Mickey playing soccer with all the flags of all the countries. This sold for $12.99. I got this at the thrift store. I think it was like half off. I think it was like $1.50 or something like that. It was a half off. It was when that one video where we spun the wheel. I got it that time. That's pretty cool. Here, you want to fold that up? Put it in now. And also yesterday we sold vintage 2002 Garfield head lid drink cup with straw from Dr. Pepper and crystals.
We love crystals.
I love me some crystal burgers. I wish we had one around us. Garfield stuff sells good. We've sold quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
And like, where are you going to find one of these at?
Not used. Straw not used.
Yes, it's such good shape. Where did we get this at? Do you remember? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I have no idea where we got this from.
No.
I don't know where we got it from, but it sold for $14.99, and the buyer's all in for $22.06 with shipping. Oh, this thing's heavy. Last thing we sold was yesterday. This 1960s Blinko large brown owl bookend or paperweight, whatever you want to call it. I had it listed for $59.99, got a lower offer, countered at $55, and she took it. So we didn't have a whole lot to actually show you, because most of our sales were from the beginning of the week. But it was still a good week. Still worth it. We still love it. We're still going to keep doing it.
Preach it.
We appreciate all you that have joined the Pickin' Crew. If you have not joined the Pickin' Crew, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you in the Pickin' Crew fam. And we appreciate all your support. Take care. Stay blessed. Later.